They say knowledge is power. But what happens when the greatest collection of knowledge in human history simply vanishes? For centuries, whispers have echoed through time, telling tales of a place that held all the secrets of the ancient world. A temple of wisdom, a beacon of human intellect that was either lost to fire or perhaps hidden forever. Today, we journey back to uncover the truth behind the legendary Library of Alexandria. Was it truly destroyed, or is its priceless knowledge still waiting to be rediscovered? Our story begins in the bustling heart of the ancient world, the magnificent city of Alexandria in Egypt. Founded by Alexander the Great, it quickly became a crossroads of culture, trade, and intellect. But it was under the rule of one of his successors, Pharaoh Ptolemy I, in the 3rd century BCE, that a truly audacious dream began to take shape. The vision was simple, yet monumental, to gather all the world's knowledge under one roof. Every scroll from Greece, every tablet from Persia, every discovery from India and beyond. This wasn't just about hoarding books. The Ptolemies were fiercely competitive. They wanted Alexandria to be the undisputed intellectual capital of the world, surpassing even Athens. Decrees were issued, commanding that any ship docking in Alexandria's harbor had to surrender its books. Scribes would then meticulously copy the texts. The original scrolls were kept for the library and the copies were returned to their owners. It was an aggressive, state-sponsored campaign for knowledge. The Great Library of Alexandria, along with its sister institution, the Mouseion, or Shrine of the Muses, became the planet's first true university and research center. It wasn't just a dusty repository. It was a living, breathing mind. The greatest scholars of the age flocked here. Men like Euclid, who laid the foundations of geometry within its walls, Eratosthenes, who calculated the circumference of the earth with astonishing accuracy, using nothing but a stick, a well, and the shadows cast by the sun. Archimedes, the brilliant inventor and mathematician, likely studied here, honing the principles that would lead to his famous Eureka moment. It housed an estimated 500,000 scrolls, containing everything from epic poetry and dramatic plays to groundbreaking treatises on medicine, astronomy, physics, and biology. Imagine walking through its halls, surrounded by the collective genius of humanity. It was the beating heart of ancient wisdom, a place where the past was preserved and the future was being invented every single day. The knowledge contained within those papyrus scrolls was, without exaggeration, the launchpad for civilization. But as history has shown us time and time again, even the brightest lights can be extinguished. Then came the fire. The story of the library's destruction is as murky and debated as the legends that surround it. There wasn't one single cataclysmic event, but rather a slow, painful decline punctuated by several devastating blows. The most famous and perhaps most misunderstood of these events occurred in 48 BCE. Julius Caesar, entangled in an Egyptian civil war, found his fleet blockaded in the harbor of Alexandria. In a desperate tactical move, he ordered the enemy ships to be set on fire. The blaze, fanned by the sea breeze, spread uncontrollably to the docks and parts of the city. Did this fire destroy the great library? Ancient accounts are conflicting. The writer Seneca, a century later, claimed that 40,000 scrolls were destroyed. However, these were likely scrolls stored in warehouses by the docks, waiting to be processed and added to the main collection, not the library itself. The great institution, though possibly damaged, seems to have survived this incident. In fact, scholars continued to work in Alexandria for centuries afterward. The real decline was more of a death by 1,000 cuts. Economic struggles, political instability, and shifting priorities starved the library of funding. Scholars were purged for political reasons. The intellectual vibrancy that had once defined it began to fade. Other, more violent destructions are also blamed. In 272 AD, the Emperor Aurelian, while quelling a rebellion, laid waste to the district where the library was located. Later, in 391 AD, the Roman Emperor Theodosius III issued a decree to destroy all pagan temples. Urged on by the Bishop of Alexandria, a mob of Christian zealots descended upon the Serapeum, a sister library to the main institution, and obliterated its contents, seeing the ancient knowledge as a threat to their faith. Through this long, agonizing process of neglect and outright destruction, the world's greatest treasure trove of knowledge was scattered and lost. But one tantalizing question remains. Was everything truly destroyed? Or did someone, foreseeing the coming darkness, manage to save what mattered most? This is where history blurs into legend, and the mystery deepens. It's hard to believe that the brilliant scholars of Alexandria, who could map the stars and measure the earth, would simply stand by and watch their life's work turn to ash. Some theories propose that they didn't. They foresaw the end. In the dead of night, they may have smuggled the most precious, the most powerful scrolls out of the library and into secret chambers beneath the sprawling city. Alexandria is a city built on top of itself, with layers of history buried under the modern streets. Even today, construction projects unearth ancient ruins. Explorers and archaeologists search the city's forgotten catacombs and the submerged ruins in its harbor, hoping to find a hidden chamber, a waterproofed cache of scrolls that survived the centuries. Imagine a perfectly preserved text from Aristotle, or a lost play by Sophocles waiting just beneath the waves. The theories don't stop at the city limits. What if the most vital knowledge was spirited away entirely, sent across the sea on secret voyages to more stable lands, perhaps to fledgling libraries in Rome or Constantinople, or even further? Some have speculated that secret societies, like the Knights Templar or other esoteric groups, became the new guardians of this lost wisdom, passing it down through generations, hidden from the world until humanity was ready for it. Are the lost scrolls still out there, locked away in a private vault or forgotten monastery, waiting for the right person to find them? The search for the library's lost knowledge leads us to one of the most enduring legends of ancient Egypt, the Hall of Records. According to esoteric traditions and the prophecies of the famed psychic Edgar Cayce, there exists a secret chamber hidden deep beneath the Giza Plateau, somewhere between the Sphinx and the Great Pyramid. This chamber, the legend says, is an archive built by an even older, lost civilization, perhaps the survivors of Atlantis. The theory suggests that the most sacred and powerful writings from the Library of Alexandria weren't just moved to any hiding place. They were taken to this pre-existing, protected vault. This Hall of Records is said to contain not just the scrolls from Alexandria, but the entire history of humanity, from its mystical origins to its ultimate destiny, inscribed on indestructible tablets. It's a breathtaking idea that the ancient Egyptians and the scholars of Alexandria were merely custodians of a much older and more profound legacy. Is there any proof? Geologists have used ground-penetrating radar around the Sphinx and detected anomalies, cavities and chambers deep within the bedrock that don't appear to be natural. While mainstream Egyptology remains skeptical, the search for this mythical chamber continues to inspire explorers. If found, it wouldn't just be the recovery of the Library of Alexandria, it would be the rediscovery of a history we never knew we had. So, what exactly did we lose? What knowledge vanished in the smoke and chaos? This is perhaps the most tragic part of the story. We're not just talking about lost poems or plays, as devastating as that is. We're talking about the potential loss of a completely different technological and scientific path for humanity. We know the ancients were brilliant engineers. The Antikythera mechanism, a complex astronomical calculator recovered from a shipwreck, proves they had a mastery of gearing and mechanics that we previously thought was impossible for the era. What other blueprints were lost? Were there sketches of machines that could harness steam power 2,000 years before the Industrial Revolution? Designs for flying machines, inspired by the observations of birds? What about science and medicine? The library contained countless works on astronomy. Did they have star maps that charted constellations invisible from our part of the world, suggesting ancient global travel? Did they understand atomic theory? We know of Heron of Alexandria, who created an early steam engine. What other formulas for energy were recorded on those scrolls? Perhaps even the secrets of alchemy, which may not have been about turning lead into gold, but about a deeper understanding of matter and life itself. The loss of the Library of Alexandria may have set human progress back by 1,000 years. If even a fraction of that knowledge survived, it could completely rewrite everything we think we know about our own history and our potential. Today, a new, magnificent library stands in Alexandria, near the site of the ancient one, the Bibliotheca. Alexandrina is a modern marvel of architecture and a testament to the enduring power of knowledge. It holds millions of books, hosts scholars from around the world, and serves as a digital archive, attempting to fulfill the original dream of a universal library for the 21st century. It is a symbol of hope and a recognition of what was lost. But it's not the same. For all its modern technology and vast collection, it cannot replace the irreplaceable. It holds the world's published knowledge, but perhaps not the secrets we truly seek. The story of the Great Library serves as a powerful and timeless warning. Knowledge is precious, but it is also fragile. It can be burned, banned, or simply forgotten, and its loss leaves a void that can be felt for millennia. The search, however, is not over, because somewhere, buried beneath the sands of Egypt, submerged under the Mediterranean Sea, or hidden in a dusty, forgotten archive, the past may still be whispering its secrets. The knowledge of the ancients may not be gone forever. It may just be waiting for someone brave enough and curious enough to listen. Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of history's greatest mysteries. What do you think happened to the Library of Alexandria? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoy exploring the secrets the world forgot, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. We have so much more to uncover together. Until next time, keep questioning.